So yeah, this was seen at the Golden State Valkyries game. Um, this was seen at the Golden State Valkyries game, and I'm gonna be real here. I actually don't care that much. I actually don't care that much. This is a non big deal. Like, this is a nothing burger. But, we all know when it comes down to it, like, the Indiana Fever, let's never forget, there was a sign that said no nails in Connecticut. Not even in Indiana. A sign that said no nails. And people are like, can't play call players crybabies. I have no idea. But like, it is one of these things where it's like the media decided in 2024 you can't say no nails. You can't say no nails. And this is one of these things where it's like, this is nothing. This is something. And it's like, people are like, oh yeah, she chose a picture of Caitlin Clark crying after she got injured. I was today years old when I found out that this was a picture of Caitlin Clark crying because she got injured. Like, I'm sorry, I assume if you type in Caitlin Clark sad is the first thing that comes up, is it? Caitlin Clark sad on Google. I'm going to type it up. Like, if you type in Caitlin Clark sad, it is one of the first pictures to come up. I'm going to be honest. I knew this one here was from after Caitlin Clark picked up the injury. I had no idea that this one was. I had no idea. I just thought I had absolutely no idea. So it's going to be written off as nothing. But it's just, again, this whole situation is just a hypocrisy. This is fine. I'm sorry, like, I'm a fan of I'm a fan of Leeds United. Just, I've seen and heard stuff said about opposing players, or about Leeds players from opposing fans, or about opposing fans from opposing fans, and that if it was in the WNBA, they'd be killed for it. This is nothing. But it is the same media that tried to paint Gamebridge out as unsafe. They tried to paint Gamebridge out as unsafe for all fans and unsafe for players. Why? Because in Connecticut, not even in Gamebridge, in Connecticut, a fan had a sign that said, no nails because Dejanay Carrington clawed Caitlin Clark to the face. Whether you want to say it was intentional, unintentional, we're not going to have that discourse right now. But Caitlin Clark got clawed in the face by Dejanay Carrington, and it should have been a flagrant one. It was given as a no call. The referees didn't even look at it. It is the most blatant flagrant one ever. Like, to claw somebody in the eye, like, that is a flagrant one in everything. The refs ignored it. The refs ignored it, leaving the star player play the game with a black eye. That being said, it is just one of those things where you're looking at it, and I just feel like there's just absolute hypocrisy. Like, you better believe if there was a picture of Paige or AZ from when they tore their ACL crying, and somebody posted that on a billboard and said crybaby about one of those players in Gamebridge, that there would be an investigation and the fan would be kicked out. You just know they would. You just know they would. Or they'd try to get the fan kicked out. Heck, Dave Portnoy shouted, "Ball don't lie." He shouted, "Ball don't lie" on the court. And people tried to push to get him banned from ever being at a WNBA game for shouting, "Ball don't lie" at a missed free throw. It is the hypocrisy about the entire situation. The hypocrisy about everything is just not right. I don't care about this. This is actually fine. Like, this is objectively fine. Could they have chosen a picture that obviously wasn't after Caitlin Clark got injured? Yeah. I'm going to work on the assumption that they had no idea. And I think that's a fair assumption. Because the Golden State Valkyries fans are no different than NBA fans. Like, they are no different than NBA fans. These are the same fans for the Warriors, a lot of which have been priced out of the Warriors games. It is one of these things where like we've now got a like real home court advantage and real fans. And like, by the way, Caitlin's gonna get booed from start to finish again tonight. Caitlin got booed start to finish. And that's the thing where it's like, we had last year, DeWanna Bonner got booed start to finish by the Indiana Fever fans. And we've got legends, quote unquote legends of the game, saying that basically saying the Indiana fans are a disgrace and we don't want to play here because you just booed somebody. This shouldn't happen. It shouldn't be allowed. And then for 40 minutes, Caitlin Clark gets booed and the fans get celebrated. It's a hypocrisy. Indiana Fever fans do one thing. It's a problem. Other team does something to the Indiana Fever, it's great. Either all of it's okay or none of it's okay. And I'm going to be real. Like, this should be fine. This should be fine. You should be allowed to make fun of opposing teams' players. You should be allowed. And even if, when it's all said and done, even if it is crossing a line, this is not, even if this picture's wrong, this isn't crossing a line enough for it to make any difference. That being said, again, it's one of those things, like, where you just want this to be normal. You just want the discourse to be normal. And again, the hit pieces on Caitlin Clark, you're seeing journalists from everywhere reposting, being like, yeah, thank you for writing this. You need to read this piece. It is a whole bunch of journalists collective that wanted to write hit pieces on Caitlin Clark in 2024, that instead of writing hit pieces on Caitlin Clark in 2024, because they didn't have any reason, they didn't feel like they had a reason to justify writing hit pieces on Caitlin because they didn't like Caitlin, they wrote hit pieces on her fans. And then, as soon as they feel like they have justification to write hit pieces on Caitlin Clark, they're writing hit pieces on Caitlin Clark. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. And not only that, they're basically, and this isn't even a problem with this person right here. You know what? Bring this sign to the next game. Bring this sign to the next time Caitlin Clark's in Golden State, because she has to fucking get that offer back. Get that offer back. She's got to win. She's got to be able to win in hostile environments against her, which is not an easy thing to do, by the way. Angel Wilson can't seem to do it. That's why she hates playing in Cambridge. Like, Angel Wilson hates playing in Cambridge because she cannot stand having hostile fans against her. Make this a common thing. I mean it. Make it a common thing when it comes down to it. Like, for teams. Make booing be allowed. Make these signs be allowed. Make being hostile against your opponents allowed. Make that a thing that people do. Because Caitlin Clark, every game's a home game, signing autographs at away games and everything, while she's about to get booed for 40 minutes. Fuck no. Fuck no. Make home games, make away games. This is fine. But it has to be, but I don't want to see another bullshit think piece about, like, I don't want to see another BS think piece about how it's unsafe, how Gamebridge is unsafe for anything. Because let's be real, yesterday was a significantly more hostile environment, and I'm gonna be honest. Sports are good when a place is a fortress. As again, I'm a Leeds United fan. Players hate coming to Elland Road, and it's a good thing. That's a good thing. Players are going to hate coming to Valhalla. That's a good thing. And you better believe Indiana Fever fans that are in the arena in Gamebridge, you better make fans hate going to Gamebridge by the end of this year. Because the shackles have been lifted. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Boo whoever you want. That's the precedent that's been set. Make that arena a fortress.